Hi, I'm Tim Cain, the entertainment editor at the Herald and Review in Decatur, Illinois. This is part of my 365 project this year. I'm listing my 365 favorite albums in reverse order. I have given Hugh Sullivan, our videographer, a list of the 7 albums that I'm ranking this week, and he will pick one, and I will talk about that extemporaneously. Here we go. Enjoy. I could almost predict that Hugh would pick this album off this list. And there are a couple albums here I went back and looked through and listened to a little bit before we were doing this, just because I thought, well, if he picks one of those, I need to understand, or I need to be able to talk about them, because they aren't necessarily ones that I go back to a lot, or they're ones that were really important to me 40 years ago and not so much now. But this one is actually one I go back to on a somewhat regular basis, Piano Man. Now, I get Piano Man and The Stranger confused, and I have no idea why. They're 5 years apart, but they have very much the same feel. The Stranger is a better album. That's going to come up later, and I wouldn't be surprised if Hugh picks that one for me to talk about at that time too. The interesting thing about Piano Man was that it seemed to come out of nowhere for us. It's not his first album, but I look at it as his first album because Piano Man was the first thing of his I heard, and I even heard like a radio edited version of the song Piano Man. So like there were a couple verses cut out, and so you're listening to the album. Oh, this is new. That also happened, by the way, with the Kansas album that had Carry On Wayward Son on it. The single version, the radio version of Carry On Wayward Son, there's about a minute and a half cut out of it. And even now, when it comes on radio, I'm not sure which version I'm going to hear. I liked this when I was first listening to it because it seemed that Billy Joel was working really hard at creating his legend. He wanted people to think of him as something bigger than life, something other than some piano-playing kid from the East Coast who imagined himself a superhero, really. I mean, that's what the Ballad of Billy the Kid song is all about, really. And I remember at the time he did an interview where he said that he considered himself, I think these were the comparisons, he considered himself the Jimi Hendrix of the piano, and he considered Elton John like the Chet Atkins. That's kind of presumptuous. And as soon as you write as many good songs as Elton John, you can start trashing him all you want. And he never did. So I don't listen to Billy Joel when he trashes Elton John. But, and this is one of the things that's really fascinating to me about Billy Joel, is he is one of those artists where when he talks, all I want to do is say, shut up. But when he writes songs, I say, keep going, especially when he's at his best. If you want to try and tell me that at any point in his career he matched or exceeded Piano Man, I'm going to take up an issue with you.